Kansas, Oklahoma, and West Texas for the possibility of severe weather, and from the Great Lakes into sections of Pennsylvania. Also on the boards was record warmth, established yesterday on Mother's Day from the Great Lakes to the northeast. Today, pretty much in the same general area as we look at some of the numbers, including Williamsport in Pennsylvania, 90, Wichita, Kansas, 89, Fort Wayne up to 87 this afternoon, and Buffalo, New York. Let's see, they jump into summertime around the first week in July. Well, they've already jumped into it, 82 degrees. In fact, they're sitting, we're going to have to update that, it's 83 right now in Buffalo. Reporting 81 in New York City, 88 degrees in the nation's capital. They're squirming around their seats. It's hot in Little Rock, 91 degrees. 86 coming in from Dallas, already 91 at Midland. And a toasty 88 degrees at Phoenix in Arizona. Satellite review, bringing you up to date on what's happening. You can see the thunderstorms beginning to build up from the Missouri River Valley all the way down into the Tennessee River Valley. Looks like we've got almost like a little rotary fan blowing right up in here. You can see the fan blades kind of right around in the areas of the Great Lakes. That represents some of the thunderstorms. They're actually working their way out of New York into Pennsylvania, developing off Lake Huron into areas of Ontario and Quebec, and also finding the thunderstorms flaring up off around Lake Michigan. Additional thunderstorms in South Texas kind of winding down, but we're expecting western Texas to fire up this afternoon with cloudiness, light rain dominating the Pacific Northwest all the way down into central California. Here's our radar screen this afternoon. Basically in the high plains westward, fairly quiet. New activity cropping up in West Texas, and widely scattered showers and thunderstorms, some of which may be heavy at times, building up in the east. So a closer examination, kind of a tour up close and personal, finding some heavier thunderstorms near Detroit down through Sandusky and sliding up to around Jackson. These have the capability in southeast Michigan of putting out some heavy downpours and frequent lightning. Pennsylvania, the heavy cells continue to develop from around Harrisburg all the way down into areas like Aberdeen in Maryland, and working its way on down to around Beckley, Bluefield, and Elkins in West Virginia, seeing those flare up over the last hour. Central Missouri finding a heavy thunderstorm cell near Clinton, Missouri, south of Kansas City, also continuing in northeast Arkansas all the way down into some flood problems in northern Alabama. Additional thunderstorms in central, south Florida. The display flashing represents some of the heavier cells in progress at this particular hour, including around the Kennedy Space Center all the way down to Lake Okeechobee, and in south Texas, finding some thunderstorms near Victoria, curling on down to Brownsville, and western Texas seeing their share of some active thunderstorms as well, from Lubbock, curling up to around Spearman, Texas, down to Midland near Wink, and Kermit, Texas. Put it all back together, we've got a messy scenario in the east. We'll see what happens in our forecast for the next 5 days coming up. State, Pennsylvania seeing the thunderstorms. Most of New England high and dry this afternoon, enjoying a lot of sunshine. Looks like it'll continue to be the rule over most of New England tomorrow, but we're expecting some of the cloudiness with that backdoor front and the precipitation flooding across our area tomorrow. So we're looking for a threat of some showers coming on into the area. Jimmy, if we go back a second, I want to show the radar and show them what's going on with that, with the showers and thunderstorms still building up in Pennsylvania. You can see all the way down into Aberdeen and areas of Maryland, the thunderstorms from Williamsport all the way down to Harrisburg. Here we are in NYC. You can see a few of them are brushed just to between Trenton and here in Central Park, but for the most part, we're going to see more of them develop in New York State, maybe drift across our area tomorrow. Now, we look at the map for this afternoon and then make our...
Intensity is indicated by the color code at the top of the screen,
including adjacent area of the Chesapeake Bay region until 10 o'clock tonight local time, and a severe thunderstorm watch out for extreme western Texas. Again, that's until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time. If we look at the radar review, we can see the thunderstorms cropping up in Texas, how they're moving from Pennsylvania southeastward, and this blotch all the way from the plains settling down into Florida. Close examination on a tour across the country will start in the Great Lakes. Determine some very active thunderstorms have been rumbling through the Detroit area, down through Sandusky and Toledo. So be prepared. There'll be some heavy downpours and sliding southeastward, moving in towards the Toledo area and eventually crossing up into Lake Erie this afternoon. Oh, better hold on, though. It's going to be rough. Some more active thunderstorms from Du Bois down to Harrisburg, around Aberdeen in Maryland, sliding on down the nation's capital. These will settle south and eastward. That's why we're anticipating the possibility of some severe thunderstorms in New Jersey, Delaware, southeast Pennsylvania and Maryland. Look at southern Missouri, picking up some very heavy thunderstorm in the Lake of the Ozarks right now around Camdenton, as well as from Jonesboro to Memphis. Well, this area has been seeing a lot of thunderstorms lately, down to Tuscaloosa. That may induce some flooding problems, considering saturated grounds and more heavy rainfall in that area. Also, some very heavy thunderstorms from Milburn Beach, Vero Beach, all the way down to Lake Okeechobee, building up near Orlando, and the Disney World complex there, and also moving into the eastern Gulf of Mexico. In Texas, still seeing some thunderstorms. One park just north of Victoria has developed rapidly in the last hour. Looks like between Victoria and Austin, really flashing up there. And also in western Texas, recent development has really been picked up too. Showing up from around Spearman, Texas, arching on down to Lubbock, towards Midland, Wink and Kermit. These thunderstorms are moving on off towards the northeast. We'll keep you updated on the potential of severe weather across the country. You stay with us here on the Weather Channel.
Homeowners, what will you do when your local landfill refuses to take branches, leaves, and other yard wastes anymore? Piling up these materials creates an awful eyesore, and burning is just not the answer. But now, the Troy-built Tomahawk Chipper Shredder offers a modern, easy way to dispose of all your yard wastes. The Tomahawk devours leaves, brush, and prunings, and chips branches up to 3 inches thick. It conveniently bags the shreddings and wood chips it produces, so you can easily recycle these materials.